Yo, what's up guys? I'm Nuo, and today we're going to be going over my favorite solo endgame Titan build. The name Wrath of Sol implies this build revolves around fire, or as Destiny calls it, solar. This is an aggressive endgame build, suited for at-level, harder solo content. It's great for solo dungeons, missions, legend, and even some master content. The backbone of this build is Bottom Tree Hammers, or Sunspot Titan, formerly known as Code of the Siegebreaker. The 4 nodes read as follows. Mortar Blast. Strike an enemy with this melee ability to release a solar explosion, setting nearby enemies on fire. Sol Invictus. Solar abilities restore your health. Grenade, melee ability, and Sun Warrior kills leave a deadly sunspot in their wake. Passing through a sunspot causes your grenade and melee abilities to recharge faster, and your super to last longer. It also increases the damage your weapons deal. Hammers create a sunspot on impact. While standing in sunspots, you throw hammers faster. This subclass allows for consistent healing, excellent ability uptime, and a solid damage boost, a trifecta of excellent tools for endgame activities. I opt for thermite grenades as they offer great area denial and can output considerable damage to stationary targets. We will be pairing the subclass with the exotic Hallowfire Heart, which perk reads Sunfire Furnace, improves the recharge rate of your solar abilities, greatly improves recharge rate while your super is charged. This will stack multiplicatively with the Sun Warrior buff provided to us from our sunspots, and increases our ability uptime even more. Obviously, that in itself is an excellent build, but we can go further. We will use the Wrath of Rasputin mod. This allows our grenade, our melee, our sunspots, our super, and any other solar splash damage we make to create Warmind cells. We will also use Global Reach for an increased radius for our Warmind cells, and Warmind's Protection to reduce the damage that enemies deal when near our cells by 50%. It also makes them glow orange, which I've noticed helps me find cells that may be hidden behind walls. We will also add Rage of the Warmind, which will allow our Warmind cells to create solar splash damage. And, if you're unfamiliar with this mod, I will let you know that when paired with Wrath of Rasputin, our Warmind cells can now create Warmind cells. Warmindception. Finally, for our last slot we have a few options that are activity dependent. My favorites are Fireteam Medic for burst healing when I break the cells, and Sheltering Energy for an overshield when I run over a cell. Fireteam Medic is useful when there's no safe spot to hide in an encounter, and you're playing super aggressive, so for example, the entirety of the Prophecy dungeon. Sheltering Energy is useful in activities where you might make a cell at the end of a wave of enemies, and then realize there's nothing left to kill with it, such as the Shadowed Throne entrance. I recommend experimenting with this final slot to see what you like best. The rest of the armor mods can be used to help ammo economy and boost your stats. Nothing is really super important here. Stat-wise, I like to spec into 100 Discipline to pair with my already crazy ability uptime. Resilience and Recovery are also good stats for Titans. Don't worry too much about Intellect because you're not really going to be using your super much. For my weapons, I will either use Heritage or Succession in my kinetic slot for burst damage against Majors and Ultras, and usually the Ikelos SMG in my energy slot to make Warmind cells. Occasionally I'll switch over to the Ikelos hand cannon if I need void damage. Xenophage is a great choice for your heavy as it deals solar splash damage, so therefore can create Warmind cells when paired with Wrath of Rasputin. Anarchy is also very useful for some missions, so don't be hesitant to use that. That's it for the build. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I upload solo challenges, endgame builds, and more. If you want to check out my most recent Warlock build, that will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.